I'm compelled today to talk to you about the liver. Now, the liver is a really important organ. It's the one that's given the most attention probably in the Western nutritional system, which is why I tend to de-emphasise it a little bit, because from a Dow's point of view, the kidneys and the heart are the most important organs. Nonetheless, I'm filming this in spring, near the end of spring, and spring is the time where the liver is the most important and also tends to get the vote up. We need to give it more attention than we would usually. Now, how do we do this? First of all, we want to be aware of what the liver does for us. So the liver gives us creativity, gives us ambition, gives us drive, gives us purpose, helps us make decisions. So if we're lacking those sort of qualities, if we're having problems expressing ourselves, if we're having problems initiating something, getting something on the go, if we're having problems asserting ourselves, then that's going to be down to the liver being weak, and we need to be aware of that. Now, there's many things we can do about liver weakness. One of my favourite methods is something called a liver cleanse, which I'll do a separate video about, which basically involves going on a fast for a day and then having olive oil, lemon juice and Epsom salts, and combining them in a certain way. And what it does is it turns your liver inside out and it makes your liver release a lot of what are called gallstones, which are small, green, probably pea-sized stones mainly, which you then excrete later. Now, there is some controversy as to whether these stones that you excrete are actually gallstones or whether you make them yourself out of the oils that you have. I don't think that's truly important. What really matters is that when you do the process, you feel fantastic afterwards if your liver is weak beforehand. So it's really worth it. Now, there are a few drawbacks to this. One of the main ones is that it's very extreme. So I've heard it compared to liver surgery. So if your liver is already very weak, then it's not a good idea to do, because it's just going to push the liver and be really hard work for the liver. And if your liver is already, it's not worth doing, because you want to focus on cleansing your liver in a more healthy, less extreme way. But if you're in that kind of in-between stage, then it can be a really good idea. So what's this in-between way that I'm talking about? Well, one of them is definitely my cleanse formula that we do at lionheartherbs.com. Cleanse contains a lot of herbs which are fantastic for cleansing the blood, and one which is particularly targeted to the liver, which is called Bupleurum, spelled B-U-P-L-E-U-R-U-M. Bupleurum is amazing. It basically does the job of washing up liquids in terms of it goes into the liver and it kind of scrubs and loosens all the dirt, all the toxicity which has become congealed and become stuck in. And the rest of the ingredients, which are in the cleanse formula, are mainly blood cleansers, and what they do is that once you've freed up this congealed toxicity, once Bupleurum has done that job, then they'll go back into the blood supply, into circulation, and then the rest of the ingredients get that toxicity out of you as quickly and effortlessly and painlessly as possible. What else can we do for the liver? Well, one of the best things for the liver is just lemon juice. Lemon juice is absolutely fantastic. Now, I'm talking about reasonably serious quantities of lemon, ideally like 2, 3, 4, 5 lemons a day. If you do that every day for a month or two, your liver will be substantially healthier. Although anything is better than nothing, even half a lemon in some water, or say some sparkling water a day, is still really good for the liver. So as much fresh lemon juice as you can have is fantastic. A little word about lemons. Lemons are obviously best organic, as all fruits are, but it's also especially important that they're ripe, and it's important that they contain a lot of seeds. Fruits without seeds tend to have a lot less flavour, tend to be a lot less effective, so you ideally want one with a lot of seeds. Now, organic ones tend to be unwaxed, but if you can't get organic ones, then try and go for unwaxed lemons, because again, they're going to be better quality. But I would say the most important consideration of all is that they're ripe and that they're full of seeds. So if your lemons are full of seeds, don't be annoyed, be pleased. Okay? What else do I recommend for the liver? I really like dandelion coffee. That's fantastic. If you're a big fan of coffee but trying to be healthier, try and substitute dandelion coffee. This is basically a dandelion root that's been roasted, and you can then grind that up and prepare it as you would coffee, maybe in a cafetiere, and it's absolutely delicious. It's a really excellent alternative to coffee, and it's fantastically cleansing for the liver. What else goes for the liver? Well, a low-fat diet. I generally recommend to have a lot of fats because I think they are the best source of fuel. However, if your liver is, feeling compromised and you're not feeling too great, then I would definitely give the liver a bit of a cleanse. and reduce your fats for a little while. Another thing which is absolutely amazing for the liver is chlorella. Now, I love chlorella. Chlorella is spelled C-H-L-O-R-E-L-L-A. It's an algae. It's particularly high in chlorophyll, and I tend to have it every day. I'll have 2 or 3 tablespoons, although a teaspoon is still good, or a few tablets are still good. I think the more the better. It's incredibly nourishing for the liver. It's tonifying for the liver, whereas most things which are recommended for the liver are cleansing for the liver and therefore still put it under a little bit of strain. Chlorella is just tonifying, which means it strengthens, gives the liver more power, makes the liver feel better. I highly recommend chlorella. This is why the smoothie I have every day contains lemon and chlorella, because they're both fantastic for the liver, and I tend to have a weak liver by genetic disposition, so that just makes sure that my liver is always on point, it's always functioning really well.